Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for all tuning in. I'm super excited to welcome you to Her Story. Today, our guest is Jacqueline Renee. She's the author, she's the CEO. She's the CEO of Hey Girl Nation. So if you haven't signed up, go to Facebook, Hey Girl Nation, and sign up. It's a place for Black women where we can just be ourselves and talk about whatever you want. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. In addition to that, she is also a hell of a confidence coach. Okay, I speak from experience. She's on her A game with that. But she is the author. What we're going to talk about tonight is let's talk about sex. Okay, she is the author of this book right here. Help! Someone stole my sex drive and I want it back. I'm telling you, ladies, this is the if and to be all workbook. It's a book about the married woman's guide to amazing sex every time. So if you thought that we were going to talk about sex, were you swinging from the rafters and dropping it like it's hot? We're going to get your mind right with this one, okay? So please, please, please welcome my guest, Jacqueline Renee. Hey, girl.
Hey girl,
Hey.
how are you?
I'm well. How are you? And I am super excited to have you. You are just the best. Thank you so much for showing up, doing what you do.
Absolutely. I am honored to be here. When you call, I answer. So, hey, here I am.
Hey, yeah, he is. Okay.
I'm so excited and honored. I appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you as well, Queen.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this book. Help. Someone stole my sex drive and I want it back.
Yes, ma'am.
The Married Woman's Guide to Learning the Four P's
Yes,
to
ma'am.
Amazing Sex Every Time. Um, when I read the book, when I got it and I saw the title, and I was like, "Oh, junk. Okay, here we go." And so as I was reading it and stuff, and I was like, "Okay, well, she got me doing all this work. What's up? What's up?" But ladies, I'm telling you, this is like a must-have. This is a workbook to get your love life right and get your marriage in order,
Yes, ma'am.
according to the covenant of God. See, y'all didn't expect us to go there when we said let's talk about sex, but we for real, we're gonna get your mind right, okay?
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
So let's just dive in right here. How did you come up with the concept for this book, girl?
Whew, honey. Well, God has a sense of humor. So, you have to be a product of what you are serving.
Uh-huh.
So, God took me on a journey with my own marriage. And my husband and I got married when we were 27.
Uh-huh.
And the first year was okay. You know how that goes. You're getting used to each other and you're just trying to make it make sense.
Right, right.
And then year probably 3 to probably 7, it just was not good.
And you know what? It happens like that in marriages. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You're riding on this high when you get married, and you two are the everything, and you're so in love, and it carries over, and then you start to get complacent, and then you
Yeah.
start to notice little things.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. We not so much complacent, we just realized we didn't know each other and we didn't know what the heck we was doing. We
Girl,
were
say that.
trying to love each other as the Bible says, we made this covenant, but we didn't have an example of what that looked like. Our parents, I mean, this is no secret. His dad was not a faithful person, and my dad wasn't either. So it was definitely, we both came into the marriage with our own set of insecurities and uh, what we anticipations
Mhm.
and expectations. One example I'll give you: my dad would make sure my car, the gas was good, the oil was good, the tire pressure was good, and
Yeah.
he would even sometimes just wash my car. So when I got married, I expected my husband was going to do the same thing. And in my mind, that's what men did, honey. That's what husbands do.
Right, right.
So, needless to say, I was a little disappointed when I'm looking at my car and it's dirty and he ain't made no efforts, no mention of going to get my car washed for me.
Girl, that's another episode right there. Okay.
Girl. And then when I asked him, he's like, I'm not washing your car. That ain't my car. That's your car. You go wash your own car. I said, oh, really? Is that how we doing it?
Okay. But yeah, it's those things, you know what I mean, that just start to add up, and you wonder, okay, what did I do? What's
Yeah.
going on? Let's go into chapter one. And I'm not going, ladies, I'm not going to give you all the secrets away to the books. I'm just going to ask some questions pertaining to the book, because at the bottom of the screen that's scrolling across, you can go to Amazon.com and get this book. You know, here at Her Story, we believe in sisterhood, supporting sisters and supporting the cause and the dreams and the visions of sisters that are doing things. So please go to Amazon.com and get the book. But now, chapter one. You talked about the revelation that you got while you were laying in bed, and I think you said, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, you know, all the stuff that you were blaming your husband for, and
Mm-hmm.
then the Lord hit you with the question, but who are you going to blame if your marriage ends in divorce?
Right.
Talk about that.
Right. So, girl, this hair, I'll tell y'all, let me tell y'all this. This hair.
Girl, okay. It's all good. You're at home. We
It
be
is
here.
hot. Like it is warmer than I anticipated. But anyway,
Exactly.
so yes. So my husband and I were laying in bed and we were watching the 11 o'clock news. And he said to me, "Do you want to have sex?" And I was like, "Okay." And okay, if you say so.
Okay.
And I was thinking like, but this time we had two kids, and I was like, the next morning I woke up and we had not had sex. And I was thinking to myself, "Ooh, when was the last time we had sex?" And I couldn't
Yeah.
remember, girl. I could not remember the last time me and my husband had been one unit.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? It happens
Yeah.
like that in a marriage. I mean, you got work, kids, bills, you know, personality, family issues, and all type of things going on until you kind of forget to be intimate with each other, you
Yeah.
know. And then when you think about it, neither one of you really feel like it because you don't have the energy.
Right.
You know, you're just
Absolutely.
literally drained. You know, so my next question to you though is, in within all of this, what is marriage truth? Because you touched on that in the book, and I thought that was really important, because I read the book, and I'm
Mhm.
not giving away the secrets, but what is marriage truth?
So marriage truth is different for everybody, but you have to come to the conclusion of what the truth is for you. What is it that you believe that marriage is supposed to be? What is it that you believe that your role is as a wife, as a mother, as a caregiver? And what is it you believe that his role is as a husband? Because that is very different for every person.
Yeah,
What I grew up seeing in a husband may not be what you grew up seeing in a husband. Oftentimes women don't have a husband figure even within their immediate family or their extended family.
true.
So a lot of times I even counsel with women who are first time married generation.
Wow.
So their struggle is even different because they have no blueprint, and their mom or their grandmom could not offer any support other than what they know, and that's to be a strong black woman.
Story of our lives.
Yes.
Strong black
And
woman.
so the truth of the matter is that we come in thinking whatever was taught to us and whatever was um, examples that we've seen before us.
True, true,
And
true.
that what worked for your mama, what worked for your grandmama, worked for your auntie, what working for your pastor and the doggone deacons ain't gonna work for you.
Girl, you better
Because
say
y'all are
it, okay? Better
two
let them
very
know.
different people. And you know what the other thing is? When you're in a church, no one ever talks about the difficult parts of marriage. They tell you, oh, you just trust in the Lord. You better submit. Whatever he say, you
Girl, that
submit.
word
What does
just
that
gets
even
me right
mean?
there, okay?
Girl. So a lot of people are living in bondage in marriage and not happy because they don't exactly know even what this looks like. And I dare say this, deacons and deaconess and pastors wives, they don't know either.
It's a learning
It's
process.
a learning process.
But
How am I going to teach you if I don't know myself?
amen, girl, amen. And the good thing about it, though, is that, when God developed a plan, there was nothing wrong with it. Might be something wrong with us figuring it out,
Marriage is
but there was
designed,
nothing wrong with his plan.
it is designed to work. God does not create anything that does not work.
Amen,
If
amen.
there's a problem,
Amen.
it is with us, not with the design.
Yes, and that is a perfect lead into my next question, which is, let's talk about family baggage.
Mm,
Girl, all the misconceptions, which is what you were just talking about, our marriage truth.
yeah.
It really derives from all of that.
Hmm. Absolutely. And I give you the example of this. You're going on a trip, and oftentimes when you come back from the trip, your baggage, your luggage stays at the front door because it's fun to pack to go to the trip. But then when you come home, you're not so quick to unpack your stuff. You may
Okay.
take out the stuff that you need right away, your
Right.
toothbrush, your toiletries, but the clothes that you packed and you took so much time to put them away and to match up the outfits and to make them so you can look your best and feel your best on this trip. Now
Yes.
that the trip is over, your bag, your suitcase is sitting at the front door, right where you left it.
Yes,
And
it
sometimes
is.
it will sit there weeks. Let's be honest. Let's be real transparent, right?
Yes.
It
Yes.
will sometimes sit there for weeks. And oftentimes we do the same thing. We prep for the wedding
Mm.
and we want to look beautiful and we want everything to be perfect and we want great pictures and we want people to have a good experience. But oftentimes we lack the preparation for what it means to be married for the long haul.
True. True.
And most of us don't even know how to begin to pack a bag for the long haul. The longest most of us been on a trip for is 7 days. And that's how we treat our marriages. We can get out of it and we can pack up and move to the next one if this don't work.
Yeah, but you know what? That's kind of awful, though. Y'all better listen to Johnny Taylor. It's cheaper to keep her. Okay, okay.
Yes, indeed. It is
It
definitely
is.
cheaper to keep her. And my husband and I were just saying this. We took our little Sam's trip today.
Mhm.
Saturday you do your regular running around.
Mhm.
And we're talking about another couple that are dealing with some stuff. And he said, people always think the grass is greener on the other side. And I always say the grass is green where you water it.
Yes, girl.
Wherever you take care of it, that's where it's going to be green at.
Right. Right.
So the reason why your grass is brown is because you're busy looking over at the other people's grass.
It ain't took no time to nurture your own or water the lawn, girl.
Girl.
None.
No
None.
water, no nurture, no sun, no.
And everything that looks good to you is not good for you.
Amen to that. It is so true.
And even when I think about that, the process of divorce and going through all that and learning somebody new and girl. I mean, first of all, you've got to build your confidence back up, get to a level where you can trust yourself because you're realizing that, okay, I must have messed up somewhere. So I don't really trust myself like I should. So you've got to build that up. Then you've got to learn somebody new and deal with all their baggage and everything and starting over.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
And that's oftentimes why women over 40 find themselves not married but longing to be married. Is because they're afraid that they've missed the boat. or
Yeah,
they're afraid that I got to learn somebody new. But that's part of the fun process.
it is. It
And
is.
so, for all of the women who may be over 40 and desiring their Boaz and thinking that he is not out there, that he is not, doesn't exist, he does exist. He does exist, but are you ready to receive him?
All right now. That's it. That's it right there. Are you ready to receive him? I always say when you pray for rain, girl, carry an umbrella.
Carry an umbrella because the rain is going to come.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes when you get out your own way and let God do what He's gonna do, 'cause,
Yes.
He never needed a co-God. I tell people that all the time. He don't need a co-God.
Nope.
So if it's meant for you, it's gonna come to you.
It's
Sometimes
meant
you
for
just
you.
gotta wait.
Absolutely.
And then
And there is a way to wait. And I teach this in one of the classes. I have a course called Oh Yes Nation. And in this is a 4-week course where married women or women who are about to get married, so engaged women, before you say I do, you take this 4-week course and it preps you for what to expect and how to deal with what you need to deal with before you get married. So you get tools and strategies on how to prepare yourself to be a wife
right, because you gotta learn
according
how
to
to wife
biblical
your life.
principles.
That does not include the crew.
Right.
you
It's true.
know, and it doesn't include the boys.
It's true.
But and sometimes with the younger people that can be a problem.
Yes.
Can really, really be a problem.
But there is a time and a place for your girls and his boys.
And it is because you
Yep.
both need your own space and time,
Absolutely.
and
Yep.
you need your own circle of friends,
Yep.
and that's a wonderful outlet for that, But I've heard people that, are married say, well, if you're married, you don't need to have single friends. And I was like,
What is
seriously?
that about?
Is that some type of insecurity going on right there that we need to discuss? 'Cause I'm like,
Absolutely.
seriously? I mean, if you know who you are and what you are, and your covenant is with God first,
True.
then you don't really have anything to worry about.
It's true.
You just don't. You just don't.
But so many people enter into this covenant of marriage not ready to even commit to themselves. They have not had a season of singlehood, and in their singlehood, they have not prepared themselves for what it looks like to be a wife.
Right. So talk about that. What does it look like to be a wife? I mean, what are some of the changes that you've got to adjust or make as a woman to go to the next level? We're not talking about being a perpetual side piece.
Right.
We're talking about being a wife. And
Right.
clearly some things would have to change.
Some things, and it's all mindset. Like, no one wants to do the hard work of having to deal with and address what is going on with you personally. We just
Mm,
want to sweep it under the rug, and we want to act like it doesn't exist, and we don't want to deal with the hard questions. We just happy we getting married. But what does
true,
that
true.
mean for you?
Right.
What does being a wife mean to you?
Yeah,
Because
because I noticed, excuse me, I noticed in your book you said, did anybody read the vows? You
yep.
know, if you
And
read the vows,
yep. And oftentimes people don't read the vows. They are so engulfed in the glitz and glamour of the day being about them. It's about me. It's about me, right? It's a bride's day. It's the bride's day. That's some BS.
right,
You coming into it wrong, right? It's
already,
our day.
true,
It's
true,
our day.
true.
And we want to make the people that we invited feel very much a part of it. And we want them to feel comfortable, and we want them to witness this promise and this covenant that we're making in front of God.
That's
But
it.
who's teaching us this? Because the church sure ain't.
No,
School ain't.
no, and it's not that we're knocking the church, but I mean, come on now, if
Absolutely
you're
not.
gonna tell, if you're gonna, charge people to get married in your church, it looks like to me you would offer the foundation for the marriage to last.
Right.
I mean, because there are some things that he needs to know, just like there are some things that she needs to know, and then there are some things that they need
We
to
need
know,
to know. It's
you
true.
know, that they
It's
need to
true.
know, and so that they can come together as one union and let no man put asunder,
That's
what
true.
God has joined together,
Yeah.
and once you get an understanding, because like I was telling my daughter earlier today, you have to pick and choose your battles when you're married.
That's true.
Everything is not a conflict, you
Nope.
know. Everything is not an argument, and you got to pack your bags and run home to mama or whatever, whatever, whatever. You know where you going. You don't get to leave. You can go to the other room,
Nope.
but where you going for real?
Mhm. No, it's true. And listen, I had to learn the hard way. My husband, we got into a little argument. It probably was maybe 2 months into our marriage, which is very new, right? We had our first like big argument, and I think it was over toilet paper because I bought the wrong kind of toilet paper. And I grew up with Cottonelle, and he grew up with Scott toilet paper. And
Uh-huh.
I went to the grocery store, and I did, doing my thing. I'm buying my toilet paper, and I bought Cottonelle. That's what I grew up on.
Right.
I don't know no different. It's toilet paper to me. Girl, he had a fit, honey. I don't buy that toilet paper. This ain't the toilet paper that I get. Da, 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 da. I was like, who are you talking to like that? You're talking to me like that. You married a black woman.
Okay. And we will take you there. You
We do
know.
not respond well to being yelled at
No.
all. What you're
No.
not
No.
going to do, you're not going
Uh-uh,
to
uh-uh.
disrespect me, and you're not going to yell at me. So we had words, and he decided he going to move back to his mama house, girl. He packed all his stuff up, packed his truck, went to
Oh,
his
toilet
mama
paper.
house. Got to his mama house. His mama said, you don't live here no more. You better go back to your wife. And sent him on his way. Well, he never told me this till weeks later.
Uh-huh.
He was sleeping in his truck for probably a week in the
Wow.
Pathmark parking lot.
Because of toilet paper.
Yep.
Girl.
But how
Girl.
about now? I recognize it had nothing to do with the toilet paper. He was scared. Things were changing for
Mm.
him. And he did not know how to deal with it. He never was taught how to communicate with anybody, let alone a woman. His dad passed away when he was 16, so he never got the adult conversations with his dad.
Yeah.
And his mom just was not. It just was not how can you teach a man to be a man? You're a woman,
This
and
is true.
yeah, and I think he was just missing and longing for his dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, girl, that argument ensued, and that was the first of many.
Hey, but you know what? That's what a marriage is all about. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
You're not going to always agree on everything, but you should be able to come to the agreement to agree to disagree.
yes, yeah,
And I mean, we do that a lot here. So,
yeah,
you
and
know,
recognize that there is no right or wrongs. It just is.
it is what it
It just
is.
right. It
Yeah,
just
right.
is. And now
Because
I don't even know when the last time we had an argument.
girl,
We're
me
on real,
neither.
right?
We spend most of our time laughing out loud and being silly at this point.
It's so
And our biggest, I think the last time we had, and it wasn't even an argument, it was just like a discussion about, okay, so what we gonna eat?
uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, okay, but if we eat that, then you gotta go get it. No, I don't want to go
I
get it. You
don't
go
feel
get
like
it.
going to the store. We can find
Right.
something.
That's the extent of the drama here in the
So
Pinkton household. We're just like,
so
hmm,
true.
and
It's
that's
so
a good
true.
place to get to. But it took
Yeah.
work to get here.
It took a lot of work.
Yes, ma'am, it did. It took
It
a
took a lot of work.
lot of work,
And
to
you know
get
what
to
else it
this point.
takes? A
But
decision.
yes, to
A
stay.
decision that you're gonna stay. And in my deal breaker, and I'm very transparent with my husband, my deal breaker is if you cheat, because I don't ever want to feel that I can't trust the person I'm laying next to every night.
Girl, that is our deal breaker too.
Yes,
That's
that is
all.
and I'm very clear about that.
Hmm.
Listen, if I find out you're out, I'm not leaving. You're gonna pay my mortgage, and you're out.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah, so you might as well go on and lay with it, because you might as well go on and move in with it, because it's
Right, right.
over.
Because there's no healing from that. Because in the back of my mind, every time you go somewhere, I'm going to
I
wonder,
can't trust you.
okay, is he talking to her? Did he go over
Yes,
there real quick? Did he,
yes.
and I can't live
I'm
like
not living
that.
like that.
Yeah, that's not
That's
cool
not
at
living
all.
to me. That is torture to me. I
Right.
will never allow my brain is created to create, not to worry.
Exactly.
So
Right.
if
And
you choose to
if
do,
we're going to be one, we need to be on the same page with that.
absolutely. And
And
then
that,
I can't be one with you when you don't let somebody else in our circle.
yeah. And then there's my ego that will not allow me to ever be second.
Girl, honey, let's not even talk about
You
my
just
ego.
won't have it,
My ego's name is Missy, and she a mess, girl. Missy keeps
girl.
stuff stirred up. Do you hear me? Missy
Yeah.
would have, girl. No, Missy can't go second. She can't.
Right, right, right.
Missy always gonna remind you what you did.
Girl. And so is Kamani because she is a
Yeah.
hot one. She's just like, look. As a
Uh-huh.
matter of fact, she will be done talking.
Yep. Yep.
When there's no conversation, there's no movement, there's nothing going on. So
No, ma'am.
no, that
No.
cheating thing,
You
can't
know,
play second, won't
that's a
play
deal
second.
breaker.
That's why I don't understand the side piece theory, but I'm like, okay, every sister got her own walk, her own path to walk. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't
Yeah.
do it. But look,
Hmm.
let's talk about the plan. And here you talk about, and you don't have to give it all away, but the purpose of the plan. And it makes so much sense. I'm telling y'all, get the book, get the book, get the book on Amazon.com. Author Jacqueline Andre. Get the book, Amazon.com. But seriously, y'all, it makes so much sense when you have the book because you're
Yes.
just trying to figure out, like, what the heck does she mean the plan? Get
Yeah.
the book. Talk about the
Yeah.
plan, girl.
A plan is necessary, right? No
Yeah.
one builds a house without a blueprint. And
Mm.
if you don't know what labor materials you need, how much it's going to cost, where you're going to buy it from, what even the foundation of the house is going to look like, what's the plan? What is your plan to make your marriage work for the long haul? And
Mm.
most women that I counsel with and I do one-on-ones with, they have no idea, because no one has ever asked them that question.
Wow.
No
Wow.
one has ever given them permission to even dream about that. And so that's what I pride myself on being able to do, is give women the hope of what it means to be a wonderful partner. Like, the title wife is a beautiful thing, because you have decided to come alongside of a man and say, I'm gonna help you through this life. This
Yeah.
is what I decided to do for you. You asked me and I said yes. So
That's
now
it.
we are on the same team, playing for the same thing, so that we can both win. So that we can both win.
Yeah. And that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You need to be on the same team
Yes.
because the minute that you get, sidetracked and you're on the other side, then there's going to be problems.
Yes.
There's going
Gonna
to be
be
serious
problem.
problems. I don't even know what else to say about this book, except I swear to God, y'all, I need y'all to get the book. I mean, seriously, it is when I tell you it's a workbook where you get to collect your thoughts and everything in here. It is amazing. But the best part I like about it is like when you start with the plan, and you were talking about that, is that God designed woman as a help meet for him to help meet his obligations to him.
Mhm.
And this starts here because you know what? If you implement the plan right and you allow him to speak freely about what's on his mind and what he
Mhm.
thinks, whatever, without the interruptions or turning it into an argument, you can get to the longevity part.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what I
true.
mean?
And
You
I
really,
think once we recognize as women that the man might be the head, but we're the neck. And so without the neck, you're not turning. So you have to be a good balance of what a strong, healthy neck looks like. If
gotcha.
he's the head, you are the neck, and you got to turn him in the right direction.
Boom. Okay, come on now.
Now you can turn them in the wrong direction with that mouth of yours.
Yes, girl, because
Because
that's a
when
black woman trait there.
that's
I
a
don't
black
know any
woman
of
trait.
us that
You know
don't know how
why?
to go.
We got it honest though. We had to fight all our doggone life. I feel like a doggone Oprah in The Color
Oh,
Purple all
right,
my
all
life.
my life.
But it's true. Like nothing comes
It is.
easy for us.
Right,
We
right.
don't get to just show up. No, we have to have a plan. We have to know who's coming with us. We got to pack lunch for everybody else.
Okay. Girl, because I said the same thing I was telling somebody today. I said, Martin Luther had a dream, but a sister got to have a plan.
Right.
And she got to
Amen
have
to
A,
that.
B, and C, because if A ain't working, B is in the back of her head, and if B and A and
Amen.
B ain't there, C is the plan, you know.
Amen.
And it's a
Yep.
constant state of planning, keeping
Absolutely.
him up, keeping them up, keeping the family up, just,
Yep.
making it all work, trying
Yep.
to keep it all together, and it's rough. It's rough.
But here's the wonderful, beautiful thing about marriage.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the place where you can put your bags down and you can unpack them and you can sit next to the person that you said I do to and love them unconditionally for who God created them to be.
Exactly. That's
That
the best part.
is the reward. That part right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because when you get to a point that that you know your husband, just like mine always tell me, you know me, you know how,
Hmm.
and he's right, I do know him,
Yep.
but he knows me too, though. You know what I mean? So I'm like, look, if he tells you that no, she ain't gonna go with that, she ain't gonna go with that.
You don't go. Mm-mm.
It's not
Mm-mm.
gonna go. And if
Nope.
I tell you he's not gonna do that,
He
he's not.
ain't gonna do it. Nope. Because you know him.
Right, right, right. And that's a different kind of truth. That's an honest
Right.
truth right there.
Right.
Where y'all have gotten to the point. I mean, especially where we're telepathic, where we can just look.
You know what's coming
We,
next.
or if we're somewhere and something seems a little shady, but
Uh-huh.
but we like. And I said, well, I'm not feeling well.
Uh-huh.
I said,
Yep.
oh, well, we gotta go. Wifey's not doing good.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You just know instinctively that, okay, we might need to leave up out of here for a minute.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So those are the best things about marriage. Now, when you're counseling, um, these young women or these young couples, do you do couples as well?
I do.
Okay, so
Mhm.
is it like a couples therapy thing that
Yes.
you're
Yep.
doing?
Yep.
Because I would think that it would be beneficial to both, so that everybody would be on the same page.
Yep.
Okay,
It's beneficial sometimes.
girl, don't tell me you done broke up some marriages before they
No,
came
I
around.
actually over the 20 years, I have not had any end up in divorce. Not one. Not
All
one.
right
They're
now, that's
all still married.
interesting.
Yep.
Look, y'all better call her.
They're
Y'all
all
better
still and they
call.
happy, y'all. They hold hands, they touch, they have sex regularly.
See, and that's what it's about, though. You
Yeah,
know what
and
I
they
mean?
learn how to fight. You know what it is? You can't fight below the belt. Oftentimes in marriage, we hit below the belt, and there's some absolute no. There's some absolute don't ever do in a marriage. And I
Yeah,
teach women what those things are, and it helps you to be able to fight fair.
it
You know,
does. It
your
does.
feelings do get hurt, and that's just part of it. But marriage is for grown women. It ain't for little girls.
And you know what? It's a full-time job.
It is a full-time job.
It's like if you work a regular 9 to 5, when you get off, girl, you still got to come back, and then you got to do the real job.
Yep.
So I remember my grandmother telling me a long time ago, man works from sun to sun, but a woman's work is never done.
It's never done.
And it's just not.
But it gets to be. It gets to be when you have done your part as far as like you show up authentically for you
Yeah,
and you focus on what makes him happy and let God bring you what makes you happy,
there you
then
go.
you can rest
Yeah, yeah.
and your work can be done. You know?
Right, right, right.
Because oftentimes we try to get, well, he getting away with this and he gets to do this and he gets to do that. Girl, my mama used to say, don't worry about him. What you doing? what do I mean, Mama? What about him?
And
How
you
come
know
he
what?
don't never? Don't you worry about that. Lord will take care of him. Don't
Yes,
worry about
girl. And then, and we always go there too.
you. Yeah.
Why gotta do that? He ain't doing
Yeah.
that. But
Yep.
that's not your problem.
That's not. Don't you
You
worry about
know.
that. Ain't your
Right,
place.
right, right, right.
Yep. Oh, it's
And
so.
I learned a long time ago, you can always pray as the intercessor for the husband because you are
Yeah.
the wife.
Absolutely.
And it does change things.
Yep. I remember reading in Proverbs, and I'll never forget this. It was I think it was Proverbs 20. I think it was 27. But it says that a nagging wife is like a constant drip, but a virtuous woman is a crown that adorns her husband's head. And I was like, ooh,
That's deep.
which one do I want to be?
Okay.
Because if you hear a dripping faucet, have you ever heard a dripping? Good God,
Well,
I'm
it is
sorry.
annoying.
It is annoying. And so, can you imagine the analogy that a nagging wife is like a constant drip? Ugh. But you can be the crown that adorns his head.
Yeah,
Honey, girl.
The crown for 200, please. I'm on Jeopardy. I'll take the crown for 200.
Thank you, Ellie. No, it is so true.
It is. It is. Well, look, what is next for you? Is there going to be a follow up to this book? Are you going to start doing online seminars? Are you?
Yes. So what I have in the works right now is I am marriage season, wedding season is coming up. So I am doing a 4-week Oh Yes series. So it's Journey to Confidence. I am a confidence coach, and I have a series called Journey to Confidence Oh Yes version. And that is just women who are preparing to get married. It's a 4-week course. We talk about the book. We talk about the 4 P's to amazing sex. We talk about how to unpack your bags. And so, yes, this is an online group session. And I do one-on-ones. So if anyone just wants to work with me individually. And yeah, it's called Journey to Confidence. Hey, girl, Journey to Confidence.
You need to hook up with those bridal shows, the black bridal shows and all of that stuff. And, have your setup there. And also those one-stop shops where you get everything, you know what I mean? And in that, there's the counseling. And because even if he's not there, she's there and she can recognize the signs when stuff starts to fall apart and start putting it together.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
This would be, truly, truly awesome because a lot of people, like you said, are spending an awful lot of money on these fantabulous weddings.
Yes.
Oh my God, I see them all of the time, all over Facebook and stuff. And then you hear like 6 months, 3 months.
Yep.
And some people a couple of weeks, girl, and it is over.
It's so true.
And it is over.
And the sad thing, statistics still show that 50% of marriages are still ending in divorce. And that includes Christian marriages. How
is that possible?
How is that possible?
Marriages?
How is that possible? And then the other statistic shows that 90% of women or couples are not having sex regularly. And regularly constitutes at least once a week. That's a lot of folks.
That is. Now, does that exclude health issues or anything?
Just across the board. So
excluding,
but excluding like
that's
a regular.
Disturbing, especially if you've been only married like 5 to 7 years. That's a lot.
Yeah. Right. And how do you stay married for the long haul? Like, what is in your wheelhouse right now that's going to allow you to get down another 7 years?
Wow.
And it may feel hopeless. And that's oftentimes when people come to me, they feel hopeless. They feel like there is nothing that they can do. There's nothing left they can do. I remember coming home or hearing my husband come home and thinking, oh God, why is he home? Can't he go back to work? Because we
just pull up in the driveway and just sit there for a few minutes while the car's on and go, okay, let me get it together.
Pull it together.
Yep. All been there. Been there, done that. Yep.
But we don't have to. If you join my class and I could show you how to avoid these pitfalls, because all it is, if you know better, you do better.
Yes.
But you
We
only can
don't know
do it.
better.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Right. Right.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
So,
And you don't, it's, sometimes we don't have, um, our parents, I don't believe that our parents lied to us. I think they told us what they know. You know what
absolutely.
I mean?
I agree with that
Because
1000%.
I know, the baggage that I brought. That's why I'm such a stickler about the cheating. You cheat on me,
Yeah.
I'm not giving you 4 or 5 times like my mama
Nope.
did. None of that
Nope.
foolishness.
Nope.
I'm gonna holler at you.
Nope.
You
I
know,
probably won't. I'm probably not even gonna holler at you.
right, right. I'm like on the way. You know, with you leaving, okay.
Yes.
But
Yep.
I'm not that type, and I think that it had a lot to do with the era that they all came up in, because it seemed
Absolutely.
like back in those days, that's what men did. But I always take it all the way back further and think that that's all they knew, for the simple fact that white men always used them and passed them around the breed like that in slavery, and this was
Absolutely.
passed down and down and down, and they didn't know
Absolutely.
any better.
Yep.
They
Yep.
didn't know any better, and this is how it was, and that's why you have all these extended families, and
Hmm.
and all of these things. But I think that at the end of the day, God's way is always best.
God's way is always best.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You want to strive for to be married, and you definitely want to strive to have a good marriage or a great marriage, even.
a healthy sex life,
Exactly, and a
Like,
healthy sex
and
life
here's the
in
thing,
your
when you're
marriage.
single, the devil tells you, "Oh, don't do it, don't do it." I mean, the devil entices you the whole time when you're single. Oh, you want to have sex. You would just go on, give it and go. It's a natural, it's natural. When you get married, don't give him none. Make him work
Okay,
for
see, okay. And if you listen to that outside noise, you'll
it.
get
Yeah.
caught up in that.
Hmm.
You'll get caught up in that. But
No, it's so
that
true.
that's not cool, because I mean, at some point in time, you really need to be intimate with your partner. You
Absolutely.
know,
Because here's the thing: if you become, how can you become one and you don't remember the last time you were one?
boom. Okay.
And I'll give you a tip. It simply starts with flirting all day. Flirt with your spouse all day long.
Yeah, we that's
Yep.
wonderful. That's fun.
Send cute text, hold hands, wink from across the room, tell him how fine he look.
Exactly.
Remember what made you like him in the first place? Think
Right.
about those things. Don't focus on the things that get on your nerves about him. That's
Yeah,
it.
because you know what? On the flip side, there were things that get on his nerve about you too.
Yep.
Let's not get it twisted. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Very true.
He be like, look,
Yeah.
I think my husband's biggest thing is that every time a pair of shoes come in the house, he's just like, he's
Another
like,
pair.
where you wearing them? Where you wearing them? You can't even open the closet. I'm like, I know, babe, but I like
It is
shoes.
what I like.
Fine, I like shoes.
It's what I like. Yep.
So,
Yep. Absolutely.
yeah, so
Absolutely.
I have to let him have his moment, stand on top of his soapbox and and do the woo woo woo,
Uh-huh.
and lecture me about shoes. Actually, I find it quite cute, because most people wouldn't care. When I worked and was in the office, I could put them in the trunk of the car and just ease them on in. You know,
Bring him in when he ain't looking.
right, right, right. Especially when the boys are down there and they're watching the game, then
Uh-huh.
the
Then you're
perfect
good.
time to ease on upstairs, throw the stuff in the closet, and keep it moving. You
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Miss COVID. We don't get to do that.
I know. So
We do
over
not
it.
get to do that.
So
So
over it.
I think that this conversation that we're having is going to help a lot of people who didn't know where to ask for help from. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yes.
Because
Yep.
sometimes you just listen to people and you learn different things. Things that you thought you knew, or maybe there's somebody that was on the verge of giving up, and we just
Right.
help save their marriage. You,
Yes.
you know what I mean? And
Yep.
that's always a good thing. You know, sometimes as Black women, we don't ask for help because
That's not
we're
what
so
we
used to
are.
being the help.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We
Mhm.
take on so much and so many roles and wear so many hats till we don't ask for help. And we realize that we're drowning, but we don't know where to go.
Yeah.
And that is the purpose of her story, people, where we can come and tell our stories and find some type of solution or resolution and provide you with the necessary queens that have the knowledge and the know-how to help you. Okay? I'll say
Yes.
it again. I need y'all to go to Amazon.com and get the book, Help Someone Stole My Sex Drive and I Want It Back. The Married Woman's Guide to Learning the Four P's to an amazing sex life. You guys, I'm telling you, it's a workbook. You know, we always support the sisters. Always.
Yes.
Always
And
support each other. You know?
if you join the course, you'll get your book for free, and we will work through it.
There you
We
go.
will work through it. And then I also do have a special going on. It's the three deadly marriage mistakes for those women that might be watching that are married already. And can I put the link in? I don't know if I can put the link in here or not.
Let's
Um,
see.
I don't know if I can. But the three deadly, you know what I'll do? I'll inbox you and then you can add it to your link. Is that good?
Okay, cool.
But the three deadly marriage mistakes, and yeah, for women who are married
Right.
and need to avoid some pitfalls or might be struggling with some things, this it's a self-guided workshop, and yeah,
And see,
and
that's the thing. It's not just for women who are getting married, it's for women who are married.
yep,
You know what I
it's
mean? If you're at that
absolutely.
point where you're just stuck and stuff is not working and you two are getting on each other's nerves,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? And this is, I mean, she's our own version of the Black Fireproof. If anybody ever saw that movie, did you see the movie Fireproof? You know, when this woman wrote this book on how to get her husband back, you know, how to fix her marriage because he was leaving her.
Yeah,
She was leaving him, actually. So he got this book that from his mother and they worked it out and stuff. This is a here serious, you know. I mean, she's one of the best listeners that I know. And I know
oh,
because I talk to her all the time and confide in her. Check my coach, y'all, okay? You know, newsflash, you know, and she's serious about what she does. She really is, and she gives the best advice. She's easy like Sunday morning. You know what I mean? It's not a
praise God.
struggle. It's not, you know, it's no judgment. It's done out of pure love. So I'm telling you, please make sure you reach out to her if you're struggling with your marriage, you've got some problems. And let me tell you this, she is like the best at boosting a sister's confidence. Hands
Thank
down,
you,
hands down, she is
thank
like
you.
the absolute best at doing that. So, you know, she's working with you on your marriage, girl. By the time you finish, y'all gonna be like B and J. You know, they made it through their crisis. You can make it through yours, okay?
It's
Because it
true.
just goes to show, you know, problems in a marriage ain't even about money. It's
It's
the relationship and the communication, you know,
absolutely.
and she is gifted when it comes to understanding the problem and, you know, getting you to communicate and pulling it all out of you and helping you to make sense of it all. And then giving you a plan, which in the book she does, gives you a plan to follow on how to get to the end, to your desired end
Yeah.
result.
Yep.
And see, and that's really what's happening, y'all.
Yep.
Now that's what's up. That is what's up. So
Yep.
encourage you all, please go to Amazon.com. I'm the hell of a saleswoman, girl. Okay.
I appreciate it, girl.
My sister's books, okay? You know, go to Amazon.com, get the book, Help Someone Stole My Sex Drive, and I Want It Back. And Queen, all hail the Queen, girl. You were awesome, awesome, awesome. And it has been more than my privilege to have you as a guest. And maybe next time we'll have you back and you can have some of your, you know, clients tell the story.
Oh,
How
absolutely.
how they got over.
Absolutely. Yep.
Because that would be awesome. And then too, I got to have you back to talk about your confidence coaching because
Oh, yeah, that's
they're
my
going to be
baby.
floored
That's
when
my
they
new
see that.
baby. Yes.
But look, y'all, if you want to get in touch with her, please go to Hey Girl Nation, HeeyGurl Nation, and sign up. It is the ultimate hangout place where all the sisters, all the fly sisters hang. I'm telling y'all,
That's where we hang out.
stuff that we talk about and comment on, and it's just us. It's
Yep.
just us. There are no men. It's just a
It's
black
just
girl
us.
magic.
Yep. Just us.
Just us. I'm telling you, she probably got about millions of members. It's crazy. So you guys all need to just tune in, sign up, go over to that page, go to Amazon and get her book. And Queen Jacqueline Renee. Jacqueline Andre is the author. Jacqueline Renee is the author, CEO, and confidence coach, and owner of Hey Girl Nation. Thank you so much for coming.
My absolute pleasure. And you are doing the darn thing. I'm super proud of you and so
You pushed me.
excited about
Okay.
our story. Oh my God, it is a blessing. So
You
I'm
pushed
excited.
me. I'm telling everybody the secret. Yes, she was all in my ear, like, okay, let's go.
That's how you do. And that's what good coaches do, right? They
Yes,
cause
yes,
you to reach
yes.
outside of yourself and pull you further than what you ever even dreamed of. And
Right.
look, here you are, and you're doing it.
I'm doing
And
it,
I'm
girl.
so proud of you.
Thank you.
You
And
are
I'm
doing
loving it too. You know what I mean? It's cool.
yeah.
I'm waiting to get my Oprah Emmy, girl. Y'all gonna help me. Let's
Yes, we're gonna
go.
help you. We're gonna help you. Well, it has been a pleasure and a
It's
joy,
been
and
a
I thank
pleasure.
you so much.
All right, Queen.
Holla
I'll
at
talk to you
you.
soon.
All right, hey
Love you.
girl.
Bye
Love
bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right, everybody. I'm Kimberly Pinkston, and I hope you enjoyed our first episode of Her Story with Queen Jacqueline Renee. She's the author, CEO, and confidence coach. And please go to Amazon.com and get the book that we were talking about. Help Someone Stole My Sex Drive, and I Want It Back. And please make sure that you tune in next week when we will have CEO and inspirational healing coach Sukithia Jones Perry, and she will be sharing her story. Hey, if you like what we do and want to help support us so we can move on over to the bigger studio, which we're going to get, trust and believe, you can always make your donation to us at Cash App, Kimberly Pinkston. We thank you. We thank you. No amount's too small. Thank you for watching and tune in next time for Her Story.